Okay, soldiers, welcome back to Armor's Boot Camp. This time we'll be covering the basic powers and duties of each piece. The flag. Game ends when country surrenders or flag is taken. The flag has no power to capture any piece. The reserve. Powerless until activated. Must have moved or lost each military piece. Can be pushed by both movers while powerless. Once activated, it can remove all pieces except for the nuke and diplomat. One of the reserve's special abilities is if located directly next to the flag, it can sacrifice itself and redirect the attack. The army. It can remove all pieces except for the nuke or diplomat. The Coast Guard. It can remove any piece in coastal waters. It must be pushed by a mover to coastal water. And once in water, it may not return to land, and may be boarded by one of the following: the President, Vice President, Army, Marine, Media, Nuke, Diplomat, Child, Religion, or Reserve. The Helicopter. Removes all pieces except for the nuke and diplomat, including own pieces subject to friendly fire at the center of the flight path. Can be pushed by own mover. The jet. Removes all pieces except for the nuke and diplomat, including own pieces subject to friendly fire at the center of the flight path. Can be pushed by own mover. The President. Removes all pieces except for the nuke. If taken, the Vice President becomes the President at the Vice President's location. The Vice President. Removes all pieces except for the nuke. The Vice President becomes President at Vice President's location if President is taken. The Marines. Can remove all pieces except nuke and or diplomat, subject to the religion power. Mover. Can push all player pieces and also the opponent's non-offensive pieces. Can only attack indirectly by pushing one piece into another. Must be used to move Coast Guard or Navy pieces into water. The Child. It can break the opponent's nuke. If taken by opponent forfeits diplomat and religion. The Aircraft Carrier. Can take pieces immediately upon entry into deep water. It must be pushed by the mover into coastal waters. And once in water, no sea vessel may return to land. Boarding is permitted by one friendly at a time while in deep water, and can be boarded directly by the Air Force or Marines. The following may board via the Coast Guard or via North or South Port. The President, Vice President, Army, Marine, Media, Nuke, Diplomat, Child, Religion, or Reserve. While boarded, it can only move in deep water. And if taken while boarded, both pieces are lost. This also applies to the sub, though it may not be boarded directly by the Air Force. The Media has no ability to attack, and it must be located next to any other piece at all times or is forfeit if found abandoned. Religion. It has no ability to attack, though it can block military action when directly between the attacker and victim. The religion is still able to be captured. It is forfeited when own nuke is activated or you capture opponent's child. The Diplomat can capture opponent's nuke It is immune from military assault, though it can be lost in the following events: capture by the President or Vice President, or in range of an activated nuke, or while on board a sea vessel that is under attack. Becomes forfeited once own nuke is activated or you capture opponent's child. And lastly, the nuke. The nuke's blast zone is a 2 square radius. And if activated, you will forfeit the nuke, religion, and diplomat. It must be your turn. You've lost at least 3 of 9 military pieces, and must be more than 2 spaces from your own flag. It can be pushed by any mover, and is taken by the diplomat or child. Alright soldiers, that's all for this session. I hope you've learned something, and good luck in battle.